From ruling the music scene to hiding in the shadows, seeing P. Diddy Combs fall from grace is something that needs to be studied. The news coming in from former bodyguards, friends, and associates has changed the worldview of the rapper, CEO, and producer. Now, what's this we hear about a sex cult?
Is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there, Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man, Faith Evans,
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And what kind, do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like, you know,
What
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
That's right. The latest revelation claims that Diddy was running a sex cult, preying on young and impressionable artists, and getting them to see him as their ultimate leader. But how do we know this? With his position as a rap mogul, Diddy made sure that his illicit activities never went public. Cassie Ventura, his long-term on-again off-again ex-girlfriend, was the first one to blow the whistle in October of 2023. Now, since then, several men and women have come forward claiming that Diddy would essentially coerce them into joining his cult. They're claiming that he'd get them hooked on the promise of superstardom, work his way in with luxury gifts, and then get them to join a sex cult. Now, Cassie walked away with $30 million in a lawsuit, and Diddy's lawyers are claiming that all the other accusers are just looking for a payday too. They're still denying Diddy's involvement in Cassie's case too, by the way, in case you were curious. Now, accusations were coming in left and right, and one by one. Diddy lost sponsorships and brand deals minus 18 of them, if anybody's counting. So, at every new day came a new accusation against a superstar. Jay's is setting Diddy up. Now, the latest is something that he can never recover from. Neither.
Yeah, 'cause I run shit here, nigga. You
So I
feel
said-
me? I run shit.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Little Rod ain't worth giving his kingdom to if we don't control his publishing. I can solve his efforts with 3 other human beings. He's eating at our table, and I like his backstory, but you need to have other people. It's hard to work with him unless we have his pub. He's a piece of shit human, but we do not need his talent unless we can work with him.
So here's what happened. Rodney Lil Rod Jones submitted a 73-page affidavit to the court detailing the horrific things that he witnessed while living with music producer Lil Ra. Lil Rod lived with Diddy for a year to work with him on his 9th studio album, and during this time, he recorded everything that happened at the rapper's mansion.
Moment where a lot of my clients get into problems and a lot of other attorneys' clients get into problems. They know something is coming, they know they're about to be in trouble, and then they try to cover it up. That is where the issue arises. As long as he does what he's doing right now, stay under the radar, go to your events, ride your bike, hang out on the beach, get on your boat, fly your private jet, right? Do all the things, but don't try to run, don't try to cover anything up.
Now, the police haven't released any of those recordings yet, probably because they're too horrific for anybody to see. But Lil Rod's testimony was enough for them to get a warrant to search Daisla mansion. Now, that's where they found even more evidence of this sex cult. Lawyers have had mixed reactions on how law enforcement searched his mansion.
The excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities, or the way his children and employees were treated. So we know that they were taken out of the house. I believe they were put in handcuffs. I don't think they were arrested, were they?
No, they were not arrested. They were the 2 sons. I think they're like 30 and 25.
Yeah.
They were put in handcuffs.
When you talk about gross misconduct, and what does gross mean? In civil law, gross negligence, things like that, shock the system, are above and beyond, are recklessly disregarding human safety, human life. So if you want to start painting the picture that the government did overstep or used excessive force, calling them kids or children, and saying and showing that they were handcuffed outside the house, and showing that picture or video, I think does start to move that narrative forward.
Some of them agree that the crimes are horrible enough to warrant the use of force, but others are claiming that they used an excessive amount of
To really
force.
hide their misbehavior. They could have someone sign an NDA, pay them off, and there was really nowhere for that person to go. If someone like Diddy, they could kill a story, or Harvey Weinstein, they could kill a story even if a person goes directly to the media. But now someone doesn't need to go to the media. They can just post on Instagram or Twitter, file a lawsuit, and then have their attorney post that lawsuit to social media and send it to everyone with a trigger warning on it. And then it becomes viral in and of itself, and people can read it for themselves.
In any case, Diddy wasn't even home when the search was being conducted. He'd apparently taken his youngest daughters with him on a trip. A lot of people are asking, did Diddy know his home was about to be raided?
Much coonery, buffoonery going on. The culture's getting killed. I'm not even saying nothing about it because I'm just so burnt out.
And several of his friends and associates were at the mansion, though now aerial footage showed him in handcuffs as they were being taken away into custody. A familiar face in the people who were being arrested was Justin Dio's daddy's son. Now footage shows Justin's car pull up to Diddy's La Mansion shortly after the police made their way in. Now he can then be seen approaching law enforcement officials inside the home with his hands over his head. Now Justin's mother, Misa Hilton, posted video clips from the scene and claimed that law enforcement officers were profiling Justin, but lawyers have pointed out that Justin had actually been named as a co-defendant in several of the cases against his dad, including the sex cult allegations. This leads us to the proof of the sex cult inside of Diddy's mansion. Now police claim that they found several illegal substances, guns, and such hidden away in different corners of the house. Now the bulk of it, though, was found in his basement, which doubles as his dungeon apparently. Law experts believed that Diddy's avoidance on social media was on the advice of his lawyers. Even on the day of the raid, Diddy posted pictures of his youngest daughter with him on vacation. Now he then turned off all the comments on that post, and he did the same thing with another post too.
Not have the comments on her post so that you don't see any negativity directed towards the child. Now, it's something to remember is that these social media personalities and celebrities and moguls, their social media presences are monetized. And so the more engagement that they get on each post, the more money that they receive.
Things got juicier when he posted a clip from the music video Victory, which features a shot of Diddy running away from the police. This time though, he left the comments on, and fans make fun of him for not taking some really serious allegations seriously. Meanwhile, law enforcement experts think this was the worst thing that he could have done. Now they believe it's an admission to him evading the police. Now, what made it worse? Diddy captioned it with "Bad Boy for Life."
He's been indicted. And so I don't see him doing, and he's been dropped by some of the companies that he worked with because of the negative image. So you'll probably see him leaning more into social media. The comments will likely be on most of the posts. He will probably not talk about the case itself because it is a form of monetization.
Some lawyers think Diddy's milking the allegations. That's right. He's trying to use even this as an opportunity to make money now. One of the reasons why he's left his comments up on more controversial posts is to boost engagement on social media. Now he doesn't have his brand deals to hold on to anymore. So this is the best way that he can make some money right now. Evidence of Diddy's sex cult raises another important question. How many other people were in the thing? So we know for a fact that Cuba Gooding Jr. was a part of it because Lil Rod claimed that he had assaulted multiple people at Diddy's parties. Now, the Hollywood actor's been embroiled in his own legal troubles for a minute now. Young Miami was also named in Lil Rod's files as one of Diddy's girls. Lil Rod claimed that she was being paid by Diddy to get other young women from the music industry hooked on a lifestyle and eventually to join his cult. That's all just really jacked up, man. And how many other people do y'all think were even in Diddy's cult? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'll see you next time.